Greetings all you maniacs and minds on our crimes, and today we are going to be going through another Warframe weapon showcase, and we are going to be talking about a single sword that I seldomly see. I don't see a lot of people run the Prisma Skana, even though it's a very good weapon. I guess it's because the Pangolin Prime exists, and it's technically better because it's a Prime weapon, but I mean, this weapon has a lower MR, and it's from Borrow, which means you can get it cheaply. And easily. Anyway, this is the build. So, this is the build I use for every single melee weapon. So, I basically don't really need to show you the build anymore because this is the build that I run. I am going to be doing a few tests, but I'm mostly going to be using Vengeful Revenant because it is the best stance and I don't want to hear any shit about it. Crimson Dervish is overrated and I really don't like it. It feels slow. Swooping Falcon is definitely pretty good, and I don't know shit about Iron Phoenix, so I'm just going to say it's mediocre. Anyway, so why Condition Overload? I've gone over this 1,500 times. It's stronger, it's better, especially for high combo counts, for weapons like this, and especially if you have Warframe abilities that give status, it's definitely way better than Prime Pressure Point. Even if you don't have all that, it is still better than Prime Pressure Point because guess what? It takes in fact with the slash, the viral impact, and puncture all towards Condition Overload, so it's better. Blood Rush to make this thing orange crit very consistently. It won't red crit, or it might not. Anyway, Organ Shatter for critical damage, Weeping Wounds for status chance at high combo count, and then viral, and then Berserker, and then of course Primed Reach. So Vengeful Revenant. This is my favorite stance for single swords. So this is the standstill combo. Very cool, very awesome. Move forward combo. This is a fast weapon, by the way, which is why I love it. Block forward combo. You do this awesome, like, flipping shit. This is some Jedi nonsense. I love it. Can we get, like, lightsaber skins for swords? And then the standstill block combo is really cool. It ends in a slam, which I think either knocks enemies down or lifts them up. Anyway, we're going to be spawning in 20 level 135 Crooked Heavy Gunners. So, just going to go ham. Hildren has nothing on her. I mean, look at this damage. And yes, it will knock enemies over. Vengeful Revenant will. I mean, yeah, look at this. This is really fucking powerful. And not to mention, this thing is fast. And that block forward combo is really mobile. So yeah. If I feel less enthusiastic, as I normally do in some of my videos, I am just getting over a bit of a virus right now. It's not COVID. Shut up. Yikes. It's like a stomach bug that is kind of fucked me up in some ways. I couldn't eat for like a day or drink for a day, so there's that. Anyway, that's very good, right? Very powerful. So we are going to go to Nariman, and I am going to change into Valkyr Prime. Do I have Nariman on now? I didn't mean to press that. So do I have Void Stalker? I will show it with Void Stalker. Anyway, I'm going to max out the combo count and then spawn the enemies in again. So, I really should use this. And then I'm just going to go crazy fast, as Valkyr tends to make all melee weapons do. Seriously, Valkyr is a fun frame. She's very good. So yeah, look at this. It's just... You could say, well, this is only in the Simulacrum. That won't translate into real missions. It does. Believe it or not, it's actually stronger in real missions. Why? Because you're not swarmed by heavy gunners like this, now are you? And I've taken this into long survival runs, and it didn't care. And I was using Swooping Falcon back then. And this is also before the melee changes, before like the status changes and everything. Now, you could say the Prisma Skana, it doesn't have a lot of range. That's kind of true, but it really doesn't matter anymore with the melee changes, every single weapon effectively has the same range now. It varies a little bit, but you really don't notice it. Anyway, let's show what Swooping Falcon can do. So Swooping Falcon, I don't remember where you get it. Vengeful Revenant you get from Sentience, I'm pretty damn sure. Or I think also the Arena. I don't fucking know. But I got it from the Scarlet Spear event because the Sentient dropped it. It actually dropped 2. So there is that. So Swooping Falcon, standstill combo, no blocking. Move forward combo, very simple. Standstill block, and then the move forward block, which is just basically a bunch of jabs and slices. So cool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the stance. It's very good. I just like Vengeful Revenant more. With the stance, definitely works, and you can just see that. Yeah, it's a strong melee weapon. Again, I know some people say, well, this is not very realistic, but trust me, it is. At normal levels, this build is going to decimate. And yeah, it's very, very fucking strong. It's a very good weapon. So, yes, I run Zenoric with Hildren. I know it doesn't work with Hildren, but it works for her teammates, so that's what counts. Anyway, the Prisma Skana. Fuck me, this thing is good. So let's actually just do this. This will show us the MR. It's MR8, people. Yes, it has sort of a low status, but I mean, it's a melee weapon. Status doesn't really matter because some stances guarantee status procs anyway, and also there's Weeping Wounds, which, I mean, it will boost that status right up really damn fast. Anyway, like I said, you can only get this thing from Borrow, but I reckon that people are always going to sell these sort of weapons on Warframe markets, so check there for prices. I say it's like, I guess it's like 30 some plat. It's probably not that bad. I would say it's probably up there with some of the Syndicate weapons like the Telos Boltor, which I got for 35 plat, which I'll do a video on eventually. Anyway, this thing is fantastic. It's fast. It's honestly pretty cool looking. I always think these Prisma weapons look pretty damn cool. And it's functional. It won't red crit all the time unless you're doing some gladiator shit. And in fact, that's how you would red crit with it. And this thing has a pretty good critical multiplier. 2.2, that's damn good. I know it's not like 2.4 or whatever the Pangolin Prime has. Let me actually look, because I do have the Pangolin Prime now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it has the exact same, except the Pangolin Prime has way higher status, but lesser crit. So, yeah. I mean, either melee weapon, it's going to do a lot of damage. Also, this one has more melee damage, the Pangolin Prime, but that's fine. But it's slower. Not by a whole lot. So, but also the Pangolin Prime is like MR12, something like that. This is MR8. You pick this thing up as an MR8, you have Vengeful Revenant, Swooping Falcon, or Crimson Dervish, whatever you want, and this thing is going to butcher. It's going to... If the enemies are in the room with this, they're not going to last long. They are going to be cut up into little itty-bitty pieces, and that's fantastic. This is a good weapon. Now, I really do wish you could take some of these single swords and combine them with a shield. That'd be sweet, because this weapon would be really cool with a shield. Maybe we'll eventually get something like that eventually. Anyway. Not to mention there's also the cap buffs. This is a Smita, not a Ardotsva, but Ardotsva Kavat will guarantee you red crits because 60%. Anyway. The Pangolin Prime. No, not the Pangolin Prime. The Prisma Skana. I'll talk about the Pangolin Prime eventually, maybe. But the Prisma Skana. Why isn't it used? Riddle me that. It's very good. Also, there's an augment for it. That gives it melee damage. So there's that. I think it's a parent sequence augment. I'm pretty sure it might be New Loka. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.